I think it's still connected to my YouTube. See? Oh, yep, starting. And you are live! Alright! So here we go.
Woo!
Let's get that out of here. Oh, and there comes the chat. Hello, chat! It's time for our monthly Patreon stream. Oh, and I've actually come to a decision that, obviously this is a little ways off, but I've come to the realization that if I would ever meet my Patreon goal marker of, I think it's 600 a month, which is honestly probably a little high. I could probably put that down just a little bit lower. But essentially, that's like the goal marker of, hey, I can do this full time now. I would also make Patreon streams happen a lot more often. Because obviously there would be a lot more people on my Patreon, and thus I would need more streams just to get through more people's requests.
Yeah, that I can definitely see that.
But I think
this is a lot today.
Yeah, but I think my thought process is if I get to that goal, then it would turn into once a week rather than once a month.
Well, yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah. Let's get this. There we go. That's better. Alright, what are we going to start with? Let's open up this. And I've had plenty of time to warm up today because I've been drawing pretty much all day today. Let's actually start with Tessa's, because Tess tried to get in one last time, and I didn't have time to do it, so I want to start with Tessa's. Plus, I never get to draw her Tigans, and I love them, so...
That is a really cool design.
It is as good a reason as any. I'm gonna read the little blurb. Very friendly, very curious. There's on the right. Okay.
It's some really dynamic expressions on that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I always like when ref sheets kind of show off a bit of the personality as well. Especially if you ever like commission artists and stuff. I know for myself, it's a lot easier to draw a character when I know their personality.
Yeah, it gives you kind of a frame of reference for ideas of what to draw.
Yeah. Yeah, because if I can't get like a pose in mind or even like an expression, I find drawing very difficult.
Sorry. My cat was jumping on my laptop.
Don't. Stop that, chat. No emoji spam, please. So I assume everybody who is in school is taking their finals. Or either you guys...
No, I actually work at a university, but I am not a student.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I work in the library.
Library's like the best place to work.
Although, you know, it's funny. One of my favorite questions I ever got from a student, I kid you not, I was asked this. Do you guys actually have books here?
Oh, that's the age we live in, though, right? Like I could see an actual library being like, actually, we've done away with all of our books. We now just, like, do everything digitally.
I mean, like, to be fair, it's not it's not an out of the question thing to ask.
Right.
Because most of the people who come in there, they're not there for the books. They're there for a study space.
Yeah.
And this particular student who asked me this admitted that they were a master's student who had been attending this university since they were a bachelor student, had been going to that library regularly and never once checked out a book.
Oh, wow.
The answer is yes. Yes, we do in fact have books.
This may shock you.
See, I'm like that. I've literally never taken a book out of my uni's library. They're all ebooks, so I just get them as ebooks because it's way less hassle.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I had a library at my college, and most of my friends never checked out a book there. But I checked out books quite often because it was an art college. They had a lot of books that were like the art of blank movie. So I checked those out a lot. I checked out The Illusion of Life like several times. Because here's the really shocking thing. I still don't actually own that book.
Huh.
I own Richard Williams' book. I think that was even a book that we had to buy for class, which at that point I had already bought it. But yeah, The Illusion of Life I still don't own because it's always like, it's an expensive book and I want it, but I just don't have money right now. And then when I do have money, I forget about it.
And then you buy video games.
Yeah, and then you buy video games and you're like, oh man. Whoa, hey. Psh, excuse me, I'm streaming. Goodbye. Tennille, please read and literary critique The Underland Chronicles by Susan Collins and The Wings of Fire Winglets. I know I need to read The Wings of Fire Winglets, I just have not gotten around to it yet, and I've not heard of The Underland Chronicles. I'll have to check those out. I see somebody asked what The Illusion of Life is. The Illusion of Life is a book made by animators for animators, talking about some of the Disney techniques. It was written by Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. It's really actually not that great of a, like, animation teaching book. If you want that, read read Richard Williams's The Animator Survival Guide. But The Illusion of Life is a really cool, just kind of book from the perspective of Disney animators talking about Disney movies. Old Disney movies. And before Richard Williams' book, it was considered like the animation book at the time to read if you wanted to get into animation at all. Because there weren't many of those kinds of books around.
I feel like you've mentioned having some sort of audiobook biography for Walt Disney at some point?
Yeah, I have both the physical copy of the book, and on Audible I got the audiobook, but it's Walt Disney, The Triumph of the American Imagination, I think, and it's by Neil Gabler. Gabler? It's really good. Oh my goodness, my cat just took, it smells so bad. Oh no!
I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, cat, what did you eat today? Oh no! That is awful.
Foulest taco.
Ah!
Isn't pet ownership magical?
It's wonderful. I love my cat.
It's delightful and smelly.
Oh gosh. It hit me like a wave.
She went back for round 2.
Oh gosh.
Oh no!
I swear, with my cats, every time I'm about to change the litter box, they decide that exact moment is when they have to use it.
Luckily our cat waits until after we clean the litter box, but assuredly, every time we clean the litter box, it's like, alright, I've got to go now.
My cats like to go in there after it's cleaned just to, like, dig in it.
Just to dig around. Like, ooh, look,
Yeah.
nice and clean.
Wow, there's no poop here.
Let me fix that.
Yeah. I got my adult person tax return today.
Ooh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Was it a good return?
It's a whole $44.
Wow.
Well, it's better than nothing.
That could buy me a Warriors book or two.
Hey, let me tell you, it's better than paying money on your taxes, which is something I had to do last year.
Oh god, yeah, I had to do that 2 years ago because of a technicality, because I got hired briefly as a contractor or something, and so I had to pay an unemployment tax I didn't know about.
Oh.
Oh, not unemployment, self-employment rather, self-employment tax.
Yeah, the self-employment tax. Ugh.
I'm gonna get another slightly bigger one at some point. This one actually was like my state taxes and included a bit of a payment. So I would have had 70 if I had not needed to pay a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
My other one is giving me a full 70 though. I think it actually might be more like 80. So yeah, I'll be so rich. I love being able to afford 2 pizzas.
Oh, so fancy.
Yeah. And I especially love not being able to tear it. Ah. Perforations too small. I did it.
And that's a really cute expression that you're drawing.
Well, thank you.
It is. Ugh, my stream's all bad quality. That sucks.
I've honestly found recently that I'm having a really hard time getting mouths to look natural. And I'm not sure why, because I never had issues with it before, but all of a sudden I'm like hypercritical of the way I draw mouths.
Oh, don't you hate it when you have those kinds of art blocks? It's like you really want to draw, and you draw something, and you just like all of a sudden you've hit that point, in like the artist loop, where just like everything you do, or like with your case, one thing that you do, you're just like, what? Ew.
Yeah. That's me right now with eyes.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Drawing eyes. Like I finally learned how to flip my canvas. I was using Clip Studio and I didn't think there was a way to do it for a really long time. And then
I started doing it, flipping my that's something even though I've drawn digitally for years now, I just never did it, flipping my canvas. Because it was just like, I don't need to do it.
Yeah, me neither.
And then I did it one day and I was like, whoa, I don't like
Whoa,
this.
that means... It's like, yikes, that doesn't look good the other way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely sympathize with the eyes, especially trying to get two eyes to look symmetrical. That is a nightmare.
That's me right now, just like, I just stab myself with my tablet pen. Draw good.
You know what, though? I would much rather see artists struggle with drawing both eyes than fall into the habit of drawing one eye the way you want it and then copy pasting and flipping it.
Oh god.
Oh god, that usually looks worse.
And it really only works if you're doing it from an exact straight-on angle. Otherwise, you have to redraw the other eye, because perspective is going to make it look a different size.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to get on that's lazy, because I'm not one of those people. I think that if you have a tool, you should use it. The tools are there, why not do it? My main problem with doing that is that I don't feel like I have the same emotional connection to the eyes if somebody does that. Like there's so much personality and life when drawing eyes that unless you're really good at using that tool and making the eyes still pop and have life, I feel like it kind of deadens the eyes. Which might be silly, I know. That's just kind of my take.
Feeling. I usually, like, when I notice that something in someone's drawing is, like, copy-pasted and flipped, it just kind of distracts me from the rest of it, because I'm like, wait, is that copied exactly? Did you just, like, paste that and twist it a bit? And it's like, yeah, that's the exact same thing as the other half of the face. And then I just kind of get distracted by it. Like, oh, well, that's a thing.
See, I do a copy paste and flip sometimes, but usually only on inanimate objects, like if there's a necklace or something that I want to look symmetrical, and it's like a really tiny detail and I can't get it to look right.
Yeah, like especially for junk like chains or...
Oh, yes. God, yes.
Hey, yeah, inanimate objects, whatever. Screw that noise. Just get it done as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, for like, noticing that one of the ears is exactly the same, or like the eyes were copied and flipped, or something like that. It's just like, oh, well then.
One time, I knew somebody that I was like following on DeviantArt that they drew a comic once where they were trying to make it look like it was copy pasted over and over and over again, but it wasn't. And if you looked at it really, really closely, you could tell that it wasn't. But it was kind of just an exercise, because they were also an exercise to see how identical they could make the pictures look.
Okay, I was about to say, like, what was the purpose of trying to emulate that?
Yeah, that's neat. There was one time that, like, I discovered that Clip Studio has a bunch of like ruler settings. It's like a ruler tool, and they have a symmetrical ruler where if you like you place down this straight line and then you draw on one side and it draws the exact same thing on the other. And I did that one time for like a frontal shot to just because like it makes doing the cheek fur and the eyes so much easier. Just not having to. I'm really nitpicky with that kind of thing, and those two spots are where I can spend hours doing nothing. Basically, like just doing it over and over, and like, oh, I should just tweak it a little bit, and then I just delete it all out of frustration. I can't get it to look right. And then I quit for the day. But,
You're like, well, I'm done.
I used it once, and I felt kind of guilty, like I was cheating.
Yet again, I don't think, like, computers have these tools. It is not cheating to use them. Because sometimes figuring out how to use them is half the battle, and once you figure it out, it's like, well, you know, you've done it. You've earned the right to use this as many times as you want now.
Yeah. But it really is only good for, like, face-on shots, or, you know, like a bust that's just fully facing front, because otherwise, like, copy-pasting or using a symmetrical ruler is, like, it looks like ass. It really doesn't look good.
I knew somebody once who like only ever drew faces in profile explicitly to avoid having to draw two eyes.
See, and I am so the opposite. I pretty much always draw characters like never profile because I never want to do like the just face forward shot. I say that, but I think, well, no, actually in the drawing I just showed you guys over on Patreon, I did have most of them tilting their head just a little bit because I don't like doing straight on faces very often.
Well, no, not like straight on, like in profile, like sideways.
Oh, doy, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm okay with doing that one.
Oh, you know, I'm not griping at people for drawing that way. I'm just saying
no,
that like they only ever drew faces in profile.
Yeah.
Like
definitely a mood.
big mood.
Big mood. Big same.
Sometimes, do you ever have those moments where you're kind of self-evaluating your art, and you're like, oh my god, have I been drawing faces the exact same way? Or something, and so like you'll flip through all your old art and you'll notice like, oh man, I've drawn like the same 3/4 face like 5 times in a row here. or what's even better though is when you have one of those moments and so you're rapidly like looking through your art and you're like, oh no, actually I'm fine. Whew, okay.
I do that later thing a lot. Like I'll think I've done something, I've got a trend, and then I look and I'm like, oh well, no, never mind.
I noticed that recently, kind of, not with like faces, but I was doing the kind of still am, but the 100 Warriors challenge, right?
Oh, God bless your soul.
But I noticed once it was already all done and posted, that I drew Darkstripe and Sorreltail in almost the exact same pose.
Oh, that's awkward, because of the characters as well.
Numbers away from each other. I was like, how did I manage that one?
Poor Sorrel, baby.
Yeah. Like, I'm just gonna never address that one, except for right now. Whoops-a daisies. But hey, there's only so many ways that you can draw a cat.
Right? And then you hit that point as like an animal artist where you're like, I've drawn cats sitting, cats laying down, and cats standing so many times. Screw it. They're all gonna start floating from now on. And then you just draw cats floating through the air and you're like, yes! The world of posable possibilities has just opened up to me.
Yup.
Although one thing that cats are good for is that they're very flexible, so you can draw a lot of really interesting poses with cats.
Yeah. But then the question is this have I gone too far?
Yeah. And it's like, wait, where did my anatomy go?
It was like one time, just as an exercise, I drew a bunch of pictures of cats stretching, and if you've ever seen a cat stretching, it's...
They look
so satisfying. Yeah, drawing anything stretching is so difficult that when you pull it off, you're just like, I am a boss. Thank you.
It was not easy, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, in all of the references I was looking at, like, almost all of them, the cats, when they would stretch, they would also stick out their tongue and kind of curl it backwards. It looked so silly and ridiculous, but it was so much fun to draw.
You can't draw that and still have a cat look dignified and graceful. It was impossible.
You just look like they're going like, oh, that's the noise. Make it.
I like to say that anybody who thinks that cats are dignified pets has never actually owned one.
Cats want you to think that they're dignified pets.
Cats try to act very dignified.
Cats will ram into a wall and 5 seconds later try to play it off like it was intentional.
I meant to do that. Now feed me.
That's a cat thing.
You know, talking about cats being goofy, it would be hilarious if at some point in the Warriors book they just had a cat blep and it was literally addressed in the text.
Like if one of them was grooming and got someone was trying to get their attention and they just looked over like blip. Then what was that?
Bonus points if it's some cat we're supposed to find intimidating, like, I don't know, Black Star or something.
Yeah. Breeze pelt.
I am all for that.
That's new artist challenge. Draw Breeze pelt. Tongue sticking out. Do it. We will ruin his threatening massage, even though he doesn't really have one, because he's an edgy teenager.
Oh gosh, well I mean, that's exactly why I draw him the way I do. He is small, spiky, and angry.
He's like a 30-year-old edgelord.
Yeah, like he will never outgrow his baby face.
Yep, that's a good...
And even though Nightcloud and Crowfeather are decently tall, he is short. Short as can be. Like, the shortest Wind Clan cat. There are apprentices that are larger than Breeze Pelt. And he is just angry.
He's like, I want to be a basketball player. I was gonna draw a different thing, but now Blep Pelt is...
So now I think you have a moral obligation.
I think I do. Start this art challenge off right.
Please.
We're doing it. We're making it happen.
I am excited to see the result.
Tangled cord.
Mood.
Yep. Every cord is tangled. No matter how hard you try not to tangle it. Oh, and then the other big artist mood. Where's my tablet pen? Where did I put it?
Okay, so now I gotta think. Now I gotta rotate this paw in 3D or think about where the markings are. So would the black fingers be on the outside here? Or would the white?
I think the black would be on the outside, based on the position.
The black on the outside.
Yeah, because like in the reference, it's palm out, so with the wrist
Palm
facing
out.
forward. So, and then it's palm out in your picture too. So,
Yes. Okay. I don't mind drawing hands, paws, whatever, but it's always the moving them around in 3D space. I'm like, brain.
Yup.
Think, please. Oh, excuse me, that was a hiccup.
I do apologize if I'm like sniffing a lot in your ear. I've got allergies. So
No, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I didn't even really notice it.
Oh, that's good.
Someone asked, what program am I using? If you look at the top here, it says Paint Tool Style. That might be cut off by the window.
It's also not, the stream's also not clear enough picture to really be able to read it.
That makes me sad. I am hoping, I am moving in less than a month, I think.
Well, it's not clear. It's not about the picture so much as it's about the size. It's too small.
Oh, okay.
Like it's I've got it in 1080p and the picture's fine. It's just it's too small to read.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm moving in a month, and hopefully we're going to have better internet then, and I am excited for that. Let me tell you.
Better internet is definitely better for streaming.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you're also running a Discord voice chat at the same time.
Yeah.
My laptop tends to overheat, and then I have to turn the fans up, and it really, really high.
Oh yeah. I've been recording my drawing all day, and then to go on to this, my computer's like, "Are you kidding me? Excuse you." Who do you think I am?
It's just fortunate that I've got like a gaming computer, which allows me to manually adjust the fan speed,
Oh, that
so I
is
can
nice.
turn it. So I can turn it up to as high as like I think 6,000 rotations per minute or something like that. It makes the fans really absurdly loud, but it keeps the computer from overheating.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't see the color. She's pure white here. I'm like, why can't I see any color when on the character? And that's because it is just pure white. That is fine. Tessa's Tigans are so cute. I love them.
That really is a cute character, I agree.
Hello, guys.
Hi!
Howdy.
Hello.
Hi.
Also, I saw
I'm
Avalon
back.
a little bit here. Said, yeah, hey, I appear. There she is. Howdy.
Hello.
Ta-da! Hello.
How's the stream been so far?
Good.
Pretty good.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry I haven't been able to join earlier. I've been at my school concert, so that was the thing.
Oh, fun. Like a spring concert, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, spring concert. It was actually really fun. Everyone did a really great job, except for I swear that the younger kids are tone deaf.
Oh, well, you know, the younger you are, the more likely it is that you don't realize how bad you are.
Yeah.
But that's what's great about being young. You can go in it with the confidence of like, yeah, I can do this, and it's like, ah, honey, no, you can't, but I admire the effort.
Yeah. I noticed that the call was like really tiny this today. Last month it was like 3,000
Yeah, it was a really big
people,
one.
and
This
now it's like
one's
4.
This one's a bit more chill, and that's fine because I've got a lot of requests to do. So,
Yeah. Did you see my request to draw the small special saw noodle?
yes, I did. If I can get around to him, I will.
Okay, great. I love him so much. Oh, and I'll also be able to watch the stream in a bit. I'm just in the car right now.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Okay. I would be going a lot faster if my mom would start the car.
Call out.
This is a call out. Mother.
Question from Ray. Whereabouts are you moving? We're moving to an actual town. Huzzah. So we'll be, like, actually in the middle of society. Again, thank God.
Are you in like the middle of nowhere right now?
Yeah.
Ah. That's pretty. I mean, if you like being in the middle of the nowhere, yeah. Middle of nowhere, that's cool. But if you don't, then
Yeah, no, I definitely don't. as a kid, it was nice, you know, went to a small high school and all that, but, like, as an adult, hate it!
I actually, like, am looking at high schools, and it's really stressful. How did anyone manage to get past, like, 8th grade?
And you stay in your own lane. Work on your thing, and I'm gonna work on mine.
Okay, fine.
What's up?
Oh, my mom.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Nothing special, just my mom. It's fine. One second.
We can finally end the prayer circle for your internet. I mean, I'll still keep the prayer circle running, just in case, but...
The backup plan.
Yeah. But hopefully we can give the prayer circle a rest.
We'll still do it, but it won't be required.
Yeah. And Erica says, huzzah, a real town!
Is the town you're moving to, like, interesting or completely and totally boring? Like the town I currently live in.
I mean, it's not like a city. It's a town. It's got town things.
Well, to be honest, I'd rather live in a town than a city. Major metropolitan areas honestly scare me.
Yeah, cities scare the crap out of me.
They're alright.
I'm not a city person.
And I mean, and I'll still live in Indiana, so, like, that gives you a clue of how big the town probably is. Isn't not very.
That's better than middle of nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah. At least you'll have, like, other people. Like, lots of other people.
Yeah.
Instead of just the trees and the rocks to talk to. Good morning, Rock. How was your day? I sort of want to draw that now, just peering down at a rock. Just, hello, Rock. How was your day?
I'm so lonely.
Oh, that's a mood.
Analyzing warrior books with the leaves.
The rocks.
We'll give you plenty of inspiration for the warrior names. maybe you can come up with something as inspired as Twig Branch.
Twig Branch. I still can't believe that wasn't a joke. How is that not a joke?
Wait, it's not. It's a serious canon thing.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Star confirmed for bad at naming cats.
Bramblestar is
why I
the
stopped
absolute
dating warrior
worst. He's
This is why I
so
stopped-
bad.
Oh no,
Branch.
Twig Branch.
The warrior's moon.
He even tries to justify it.
Yeah, he's
Wait,
like,
really?
it's special because,
Because ye came to us as a twig, and now ye are a hearty branch.
symbolic of her growth or whatever, but
It's so lame.
so silly. Other Heart gave her kind of a shitty name in the first place. Oh yeah, I'm going to name this baby Twig. And then Bramblestar's like, let's take it a step further. Branch.
Oh, like father, like
Sounds
son.
legit.
Yeah. Oh, Warrior Cats has gone too far.
Honestly, a lot of the names are very, very silly. You know, like, fair enough. But like,
I don't know. I mean, like, a lot of people complained about Lion Blaze, and I thought that was a decent name.
Yeah,
Lion Blaze
Blaze
is
is
cool.
Lion Blaze is
Like,
It
alright.
sounds really
but like,
sounds like a lion that's on fire.
Like,
It's fine,
half-
guys.
half of ThunderClan's kits right now have really silly names.
like.
Like, now I'm gonna have to look at, like, the allegiances or something.
There's a fly kit. I know that one.
What?
I feel like that's
here's
the
a-
Sky Clan. That was the Sky
That's
Clan.
one, yeah.
Here's a hard mode. Can you name 3/4 of the ThunderClan cats alive right now without fucking the alliances?
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
It's so many cats, though.
Oh my god, yeah. There's like
I
so
can
many
probably
cats in
remember a good
ThunderClan right now.
chunk
Just
of
kill
them,
them all
though.
off. Let them all die.
Has everyone here who has wanted to read River of Fire read River of Fire? Can we talk River of Fire spoilers?
I'm probably not gonna continue reading Warrior Cats, so go right ahead. I've had like half the series spoiled for me anyway through the internet, so I just give up on spoilers at this point.
Okay, well, anyone else? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Forever hold your
I'm
River
good.
of Fire spoilers.
I'm good with spoilers. I've seen 50,000 already.
Yeah,
I
it
read
was.
the book, so...
Hello.
I think the general reaction to River of Fire has been that it's disappointing. And I would agree with that. I think there's a whole lot of other ways it could have gone. But really, honestly, like, the most disappointing part about it is that nobody dies!
What?
Like,
What?
Briarlight dies, which that was a really good scene. I will give the Urns credit for that. That was good.
I don't hear anything, Avalon.
Okay, great. I think I figured out the problem last time. I think it was using my default computer mic instead of my USB mic.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
So I swapped it. I think it's fixed now. Anyway, I haven't read River of Fire, but I also don't care about spoilers, so...
Oh, okay.
Briar scene was good.
Yeah, the Briarlight scene was good. Did anybody else even die? I'm trying to...
Remember.
She was the only one that mattered. Of course, Rowan, what's his
Rowan's
name,
Claw.
died. Yeah.
Rowan Claw.
I mean, we knew that was gonna happen, though, from,
Yeah, we
like...
did.
Yeah.
Anyone who read Tigerheart Shadow knew that was coming.
Yeah.
At least he didn't, like, die pitifully. Like, falling off of a rock or something.
Yeah.
What's with these cats dying because they fell off
Rowan
rocks?
Star drowns by falling face first in a puddle.
Rowan Star plays cat hockey, and
Oh gosh.
I will continue to contest that Flametail was the stupidest death in the series.
Poor
Poor
Like,
Flametail.
everyone's like, oh, it's such a dramatic moment, and I'm like, it's hockey, guys.
Well, what really sucks about it is that, like, that entire book, he's like, oh no, I've got to stay away from puddles. Because I've been warned I'm going to die in the water. And so what does he do? He's like, oh, ice. The lake. That should be fine. You idiot.
Well, yeah.
Body of
Yeah,
water.
it's not a puddle. It's ice puddles.
It's dramatic because of Jay Feather's involvement in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part was good. But it's like, I feel like they could have done more with Dawn Pelt and, like, you know, how she reacts and her guilt over being the one to, like, encourage him out onto the ice, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, the real problem with it that I have is that they don't resolve what happens with him until the last book. They like, he dies, and then there's a whole 2 books where they don't talk about it. And then in the Last Hope, Darkest Hour, Last Hope, then they're like, oh god, now we've got to resolve all this conflict with him. Right now.
Yeah, and then he's, like, really snappy about it, even though he knows damn well it was his own fault.
Yeah. Like, Jay Feather, you didn't save me! Like, get
Well,
over
to be
yourself,
fair,
dude.
nobody in StarClan is running on pistons in that series.
No.
No, they're not.
Yelling at a blind
Also,
cat.
I know that Tessa isn't here right now, but I freaking love this character design. It's so cute. So if Tuss ends up listening to this stream later, good design, A+.
Yeah.
That little pose is so cute too. Ah, adorable.
Yeah, just with River at Fire, it like I feel like I kind of missed the really like I missed it seemed like everyone was really kind of I don't know, upset or grumpy about it on Twitter, and I was like, what did I miss?
Yeah,
What
like I
was the
don't
really
think it
bad
was
part?
that bad, but it was
Yeah.
disappointing. Especially with a
It
name
feels
like
like-
River of Fire, and at no point does the river catch on fire. Like,
Yeah.
there's a big fire in River Clan, and nobody dies. There's
Wait, what?
Okay, so at
Yeah.
least RiverClan was involved. I was like so afraid that they were gonna. Hi, Winnie. I was so afraid they were gonna call it River of Fire, and then RiverClan's like not even in it.
yeah. But no, like River Clan is at least like kind of the central conflict.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Or I will say that it feels like not a whole lot actually happens.
No.
Like there's a lot of
Nothing of consequence really happens.
yeah, there's a lot of just kind of whatever,
I think
day-to-day slice of life.
Stuff happens, but it's not really good for forwarding the plot, sort of
Yeah.
like other books.
Like the
Yeah.
main conflicts are Sky Clan and Shadow Clan not integrating very well, and that thing with River Clan that happens with the fire that I totally forgot about it. I forgot it happened.
Yeah.
Speaking of fires, that reminds me that I want to do like a painted background, maybe painted full cats of that scene in the first series book that I'm blanking on the name of where when the fire happens in the woods. and-
Rising Storm.
Yeah.
The memorable fire.
You're breaking up.
Yeah.
The one where Bramble Kit hangs in there, baby.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's another
I'm pretty sure
great
that's
thing
Rising
about
Storm.
moving is I bought that poster from Bethelumps last year at a con, and I got to hang out with her and meet her, and it was great. She's as wonderful in person as she is online,
Nice.
and I bought that poster, and I haven't hung it up yet because I'm like, what's the point of hanging it up? Until I get to the new place. And we get to the new place next month, and I'm gonna put up that poster, and I also bought Maple Spider's beautiful Into the Wild poster.
Oh my god.
I bought that, and I'm like, I'm gonna put that up too. I'm just gonna have a little Warriors corner. That's gonna be so nice.
I have so many
it's gonna be
posters
awesome.
and like wall scrolls that I need to put up in my room. Like I took them all down when I painted the walls and never put them back up.
All of my posters are just fandom posters. I really want an X-Files poster, but I don't know when I'm gonna how or when I'm gonna get that. Yeah, I have a bunch of fandom-y posters on my wall.
Thinking about it, River of Fire is like mostly people trying to integrate and not doing it very well.
Yeah.
Like
At least
Twig
it's on theme, I guess.
Paw. Yeah, like Twig Paw rejoins ThunderClan and is like, man, this sucks actually. I kinda hate it.
Well, they gave her the freaking spark pelt.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, that goes nowhere,
immigration haters
too.
pelt.
I feel like Spark Pelt's not senior enough to be mentoring someone not that much younger than her.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, in fairness, they did kind of a similar thing in the first series with Fireheart and Grey Stripe.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
but that was a
yeah.
mistake.
Firestar got an apprentice basically immediately after he became a warrior after.
And she made
became
the
a warrior,
apprentices
like, what,
early.
2 months into training, maybe?
Yeah.
It was stupid then, and it's stupid now.
Yep.
Like, don't give teenagers children, okay?
Children.
And Twig Paw isn't even a child. Twig Paw is like 2 through 3 warrior trainings at this point. She's probably like, God.
Hey, her name is Twig Branch.
Well, yeah, now.
I'm definitely part of the crowd that is still disappointed we didn't see evil Sparkpelt.
Yeah, she's
Or at least more like lawful evil.
Yeah. She's aggressively kind of...
I want Sparkpelt to be the new Spider Legs.
Whoa, what is that?
What is what? Come here, Luna. My dog is being annoying. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like talk without being to your ear, like your headphones.
1 sec. Yeah. I'm just gonna grab a pair of headphones so I can walk my dog and stay on the call. Did you? Oh, I would like to point out that when I was younger, I thought Aaron Hunter was one person writing like 8 different series at the same time.
Oh yeah, I think everybody thought that at one point.
That's like the
We were all bamboozled.
revelation is that Aaron Hunter is a bunch of people writing under one name.
You know what one of the fun things is with the book reviews I'm doing in June is that every single one of them is related to Aaron Hunter in some way.
Oh, really?
Because I'm doing the first book of Bravelands and the first book of Survivors, which are both Aaron Hunter series. I'm doing the first Foxcraft book, which was written by the same person who wrote Survivors, I think.
Oh.
Wait, really? I love Foxcraft. Foxcraft is so good.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think that writer is the same writer who does Survivors for Aaron Hunter. And then I think the last one is Tail Chaser's Song, which heavily inspired Warriors. So everything is at least somewhat Aaron Hunter related.
Is Survivors any good? Because I haven't read that, but I did read Seekers, and I didn't particularly care for it all that much.
I haven't read Survivors yet. It's on my to-do list. Seekers, I've heard, was really boring. Survivors seems to be like a post-apocalypse with dogs, so I'm like, alright.
And I liked it.
But I mean, it's the same person who wrote Foxcraft, so if you like Foxcraft, it's probably a good way to go.
Yeah, like, my mom got me Foxcraft a few years ago, and I got the second and third book for Christmas this year. And I've been reading Harry Potter because I need a comfort book after having my mind brutally murdered by reading about cats walking through a place for 30 hours. They're spending 30 hours of my time reading about cats walking. I was just dying throughout the entire second book of the New Prophecy or whatever it's called. Like, when is Feathertail gonna die? When does something eventful happen? Why is Brambleclaw falling for a cat? Or not Brambleclaw, Feathertail's sister or brother falling
Stormfur.
for a cat. Yeah, him. Proof of how little I care for this series. I can't even remember the name.
You know, the Gray Stripes Brambleclaw.
Yeah, Gray Stripes Brambleclaw. Why is he falling for Brooke? Why don't we get more Tawny Pelt time? I want more of my, good child.
I feel like that's the whole series, is why isn't there more Tawny Pelt?
Yeah.
Tawny Pelt got really shafted in that series.
Oh, I mean,
because they don't want to write a champagne cat being too related.
My dog almost broke my fingers. I wrapped my fingers around her leash and she saw a rabbit and immediately started chasing it and I could feel my fingers dying. Why are you like this, dog?
That's dogs.
That's dogs. Dogs are great, but I can't wait to get my new kitten in a few weeks. Remember when I first joined the stream, or the calls, a few months ago in December? I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna be getting a kitten soon. Well, my mom finally said I'm gonna be getting one.
Nice.
After Memorial Day, so I'm really excited about that.
Congratulations.
Definitely want to take that decision slow and make sure it's the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I've been thinking about it since December, and we've been preparing everything. So
Lovely.
I say having adopted Winnie on, like, an absolute whim.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, isn't that always the case, though?
Yeah, we were just gonna go look. We weren't gonna get a cat before, like, December at the earliest. That's like, we were gonna start looking around December, and then we just walked into the shelter and we were like,
Well, this one. This is it.
and yeah, we just had to take her home. She was so scared.
Wait, what kind of animal?
Cat tortoiseshell.
Oh, cool.
She
Love
was
tortoises.
so afraid, and I'm like, we need to bring her home, like, immediately right now.
This child is mine. We're protecting her.
Yeah, we went up, like, that evening and just bought all the stuff that we needed and went back to the shelter, like, when they opened the next day so we could make sure we got her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, we just kind of camped until the shelter closed so that no one else would adopt her.
Oh, that's
Because they
wonderful.
can't hold an animal for you. Like, you know, if someone else shows up and wants to adopt them, they have to, it's first come, first serve. So we just stayed with her until the shelter hours closed and then came first thing in the morning so we could get her.
That's so great. That's amazing. This year, for a school thing, we got to go up to this place called Nevin's Farm, like, and volunteer and stuff. There was this one cat who looked exactly like one of my characters, and I totally would have bought her, except for the fact that she was like 18 years old and we want a kitten so that I can cooperate with my dog.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Like, she looked exactly like Star, my OC, that you drew a few months ago.
Yeah.
She looked exactly like her. Like, the markings were almost the same, the colors were almost the same. I freaked out, like, oh my god, it's Star!
This is destiny!
I want to own this cat now.
I'm having to hold myself back really hard from buying a ferret.
Oh, ferrets are so cute!
I know, I really want one really bad, but I'm super unprepared for one at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
my
ferrets are
friend,
like really hard to keep.
Yeah,
They're illegal in my state,
Oh, are they?
my,
which is weird because pet stores still sell stuff for ferrets, but, like, you're not allowed to have ferrets or hedgehogs in my state,
That's okay.
Yeah, that's strange.
which is weird.
I have a friend who works at Petco or whatever, and so she actually lets me, like, she takes out the ferrets and lets me hold them.
Aww.
And it's the best thing ever because they're adorable and I love them and they're silly.
I would like a violence noodle.
Yeah,
Me too.
and they scratch up your arm, but it's fine. I don't mind. I'll put all the Neosporin on it.
That's great.
It's so cute.
I know.
And like the other day, I think yesterday, we went there and she was working, and so she opened up the ferret enclosure so I could hold one, and there was this one really, really cute baby one that had like a white chest and nose and little little mittens. White mittens. And she was just so relaxed and cute, and it's one of those things where it's like you have to restrain yourself from
just
home immediately.
Yeah. And now I'm dropping X number of dollars on this ferret.
Yep. It'd be about 150
That sounds like me with guinea pigs.
for the ferret. 150 for the ferret. Probably. I would have to assume another 300 to 600 more on cage and toys and food. All immediately. Because I can't just keep a ferret outside of a cage.
Yeah, you can keep it in
no.
like a plastic Tupperware. It's fine.
No. Not happening. Not for a rambunctious or anything like that.
My mom won't let me try and train the new kitten. I'm getting to walk on like a leash, and I'm really annoyed. Like, let me train it, please. Like, our across the street neighbors, I once saw. We drove home and we pulled in, and I just see my neighbor taking like a harness and a leash on this big Maine Coon and just dragging it down the stairs. I'm like, I want to do that with my cat. But no,
We're
I
working on
can't.
that with Winnie. It's not going great.
Yeah, I have a harness for Peridot, but whenever I put it on her, she just like lays down, like, oh, this is the end.
Across the sidewalk. It's more of a scrape than a walk.
Well, we had my cat Snowflake. She had kittens a few years ago, and we gave one away. Or we gave almost all of them away, except for my cat named Catter.
How about on my computer tablet? There you go. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So basically, I remember we visited our friend who we gave the cat to, and the cat was on a leash in a harness and was walking fine. But of course,
No cats on leashes and harnesses.
what? Please, mommy.
It really just depends on the cat and like how well they take to it. Because I think our problem with Winnie is that she'll get on the harness and give her a minute, she'll adjust. But we live on a very, very busy street, so the second you open the door, you just hear car horns and the noise of the road and the cars driving on it, semis all over the place. So that's not great for any animal.
Yeah.
Like, she gets scared. And, of course, people walk with their dogs not on leashes all the time around here. So,
okay.
Even though if they're just small dogs, it'll scare her. Hi, Winnie. Talking about you.
Oh, my cat is just, trying so hard to get my attention. She's, laying on top of my drawing arm while I'm still drawing.
Oh, cats do that sometimes. You just gotta get used to it, especially when you're
automatic pets.
Especially when your cat tries to close your computer, Tiger. This is a call out to you. I'm in my bedroom and my cat's right next to me. I can't. I just have to yell at him about that.
Yeah, my cat has done naughty things on my computer before. I used to sleep in my living room just because, I would fall asleep on the couch and it was comfy. So, whatever. But, I like to have water and also my computer.
Oh no!
You can see where this is going.
Oh no! Dear.
Oh man.
And I didn't realize that it happened until, I woke up and tried to use the computer and the keyboard didn't work at all.
Oh no!
No!
And the water was knocked over. It was like, ugh! And
yikes!
That cost $300.
Eesh.
We also destroyed our TV recently.
Oh no!
Same cat.
Oh god, that's terrible. My cat has never done anything like that.
Destructive cat TM.
I mean, when he was a kitten, I got a giant Hershey's Kiss for Christmas.
Oh no! I see where this is going.
Yeah, and he, and I ate a chunk of it, but it's, it's giant, humongous Hershey's Kiss. I can't eat the whole thing in one go by myself.
I could.
I'm guessing he could.
Yeah, I had it in a plastic bag. And overnight, he tore open the bag and ate a bunch of it.
Oh no! We had a Dalmatian.
He was fine. He threw up and he was fine, but
he threw up and he was fine.
and now you literally can't leave anything in the plastic bag out because they'll either try to eat the plastic bag or tear open the bag and eat whatever is inside. You can't leave out bread. He tears open our bread bags and eats the bread.
We had a Dalmatian that ate a giant bowl. We're talking probably a 2-gallon/3-gallon bowl of chocolate pudding while we were away.
Oh no!
It was sitting out on the counter and we were all outside working or something like that. We come back in and this bowl has been licked clean And I think one of my parents were like, well, that's it, lady's gonna die. And I was like, what? Because I was a little kid. But no, she was fine.
Yeah, I think it's something with like you know, the like milk chocolate and chocolate flavored stuff isn't as bad because it doesn't have as much of the toxic chemical in it.
Okay.
The less dark, I think. But still, don't give your dog chocolate. Like, no matter how milk chocolate it is, bad, not good. Same goes for like coffee. And
Very-
it should be obvious, but alcohol.
But alcohol.
Don't
Don't.
feed alcohol to pets, please.
Yeah, alcohol is very bad for pets.
I'm always
Feed
freaked
alcohol
out by
to
like
anyone.
how many super normal things can absolutely kill your animals, like
Yeah.
lilies and cats.
Yes.
That's
Lilies
that's
are very bad for cats.
like
Oh,
even if you
really?
just
All
get the
types.
pollen on you, that can be enough. So
Okay,
you have
I'll
to be
keep
really
that.
careful.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, like lilies are pretty much instant death for cats. So if you get
Oh wow, okay.
lily pollen on you, make sure you wash it off before you handle them, because even just licking the pollen can cause some serious problems.
Yep.
Okay, wow.
Very toxic.
I'll keep that in mind, just in case.
Yeah, Lilyheart's name is kind of dark now, isn't it?
Oh wow, okay. I'll keep that in
The
mind.
Erins probably don't know that, so it's fine.
You probably don't.
They don't know a lot about cats.
I mean, a bunch of the stuff that the medicine cats use is really toxic, so they're like, yeah, don't actually, like, I remember in one of the field guides, they're like, don't actually try giving any of this stuff to your cats. This is...
Yeah, no. This is
Special
made up.
medicine
This
cat.
is made up.
Like,
Well, I mean,
think,
we're talking about cats that get messages from dead cats in the sky.
Well, you'd think, but
Yeah,
you know,
but-
it's kids.
Well, I mean, like, you know,
there's
little
some pretty
kids.
gullible kids out there who think that, you know, these things are fine.
there are probably gullible kids who like use those herbs on themselves.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I mean, some
I'm
of them
gonna
actually
use
do
this-
have medicinal properties for
Yeah,
humans,
right.
but not to that effect.
Well, right.
At least
like
they
like
acknowledge-
poppy seeds actually are like the reasoning behind the poppy seeds is at least based in some fact.
There's a reason they're called opiates.
And
Yeah.
I believe that marigold as well does help prevent infection, but not the way they use it.
Well, cobwebs are definitely not good for
Well,
stopping
marigolds
bleeding.
are good for basically everything. Like, if you have any kind of pain, a marigold is a good thing.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's
Learning.
Like, you know, based in reality-ish.
Ish.
Don't actually do it.
Yeah,
At
it's
least-
like
No, just at least they acknowledge that yew berries are bad news.
don't eat. Don't eat that.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Like, here's all the stuff that marigold can do.
Did you just look it up?
I looked it up. It's a long list.
It's a long
Okay.
list.
So internally, meaning if you like have it as a tea or digest certain parts of it, because certain parts do different things. Internally, it improves circulation, balances female reproductive systems, detoxifies the digestive system. It's a safe diuretic, purifies the lymphatic and immune systems, helps treat dysfunctions of the liver and gallbladder, stimulates cells to protect the body from infection, soothing for sore throats, toothaches, and cold sores, and it's an antiseptic as well. So,
Wow.
Wow.
and then externally, so if you use it like as a cream,
Mhm.
it speeds up the healing of wounds, cuts, scrapes, lacerations, small infections, animal bites, scratches, and scars. So it actually is legit. Stops bleeding, and a bunch of other crazy stuff. Aw, poor Winnie. So, like, I don't know how effective any of it is, but yeah, marigold's really good apparently.
Yeah.
Consult your doctors.
Find out if marigold is right for you.
Never self-medicate.
Well, I know a lot of like health stores around here sell marigold supplements, so
Yeah.
Consult your
But you
medicine
always want
cat
to
to see
check.
if
Hey, Tiger,
Marigold
want
is
some
right for you.
marigold?
Yeah. But you always want to check and make sure that, if you're on any medication, what you can and can't take for supplements, because I know that St. John's wort will mess up your antidepressants really bad. So always check with a doctor.
So currently, this is a bit off topic, but it's funny because I just went on my computer and it was up. I'm currently writing like a story and there's a bit of romance in it. And I actually had to look up what having a crush on someone is like because I'm emotionless and don't feel love towards anyone.
Oh my gosh.
You're
That's
also
so
young.
rude.
Wait, what grade are you?
I'm in 7th grade. I'm the youngest person.
Too young. Too young for crushes. No.
Yeah, no, it's stupid. But like, I had to look it up because emotions are stupid.
Hey, I sympathize. I'm 27 and I don't have crushes, so.
I have crushes, but I wish I didn't.
Same.
I don't have crushes. I have deep-seated obsessions.
Oh, that is a big mood.
I have obsession for fictional characters.
That's a mood.
Yeah, I wish I didn't have crushes on fictional boys and girls. That'd be nice.
Be nice to fall for somebody real for a change.
Well, we all know which character Tennille is looking at. Riku.
Good taste. But not as good as my taste. I'm all over that character that's not in the Kingdom Hearts play.
What can I say? I love the trash angsty anime boys.
Oh, you know Birth by Sleep, right?
Yes.
Then you know who I love the most. The angstiest boy.
Which one? There's so many. Like, they're all angsty boys.
The
Vanitas?
Like, there's nobody not
Ventus?
angsty in Birth by
Tara?
Sleep.
I mean, although, okay,
Best
Ventus is more of
boys.
like a sweet cinnamon roll boy.
Yeah, Ventus is like the definition of cinnamon roll.
You say angsty for Birth by Sleep, and my thoughts go Vanitas and Tara.
Yeah.
Vanitas is my boy.
It's my boy. It's my child.
I love him. He's the worst, and he's my favorite.
Oh man, I don't want to talk this is spoilers for Birth by Sleep if people haven't played Birth by Sleep yet. But I love Haley Joel Osment plays him, and it's like, what? That's Haley Joel Osment. He does such a good job.
Yeah, it's so good.
By all accounts, he really enjoyed the role.
Yeah.
I'm more spoilers.
He's been happy-go-lucky for too long.
Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer spoilers. I'm glad they're bringing him back.
Yeah. Well, I kind of wonder how much of the reason they're going to bring him back is because...
What was that?
Because Haley Joel Osment, loved playing the part so much.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sure that they always kind of had plans for him, because it would be weird if they didn't address him, considering he's part of spoilers.
Yeah.
Considering he is part of one of the other main characters.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is where everyone's gonna come back. We already have it confirmed that Marluxia and Larxene are coming back, so...
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear about Larxene.
Yeah, she's
I didn't either,
confirmed.
But that's neat.
Nice.
Talking trailer spoilers, I'm really confused and curious how they're going to get Marluxia to be one of the Seekers of Darkness, because wasn't he one of the traitors in
That's what makes him a perfect
for
candidate.
himself.
Yeah. Chain of Memories spoilers.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's
the
very
Kingdom
silly.
Hearts 2 dolls just came out too, and I'm like,
Oh.
I kind of want them. They're so terrible, but I kind of want them because
Wait, which one?
Riku's just so gay. My baby.
Oh.
I love him.
Like, the amount of time he spends thinking about Sora is insane.
I'm sure you loved Dream Drop Distance. Which
I loved it.
Oh, it was... That was the moment where I was like, okay.
Dream Drop Distance.
Like, that moment where... Okay, Dream Drop Distance spoilers. That moment where, like, Shiki comes up to hug Riku and he, like, doesn't know what to do. I'm like, alright, he's gay. It's fine if you don't want to ship him with Sora, but you cannot deny that that is a gay boy.
It's really silly how they really make Sora dumb in Dream Drop Distance.
He's such an idiot, but I love him.
He's such a doofy dummy.
I mean,
Like-
to be fair, he's never been all that bright.
No,
Yeah,
but
but
they make him even
really
dumber in
They make
Dream
him
Drop.
really stupid. Like, he sees... There's a scene in the Tron world grid where Zemnis is like, your memories might be fake, you know. What if you don't have a personality, actually?
Sora's like,
And
what?
he's like, eh. And then in the very next world, Prankster's Paradise, I think is the name of it. I forget. I'm playing it. Why do I forget the name? But
Yeah, it's Prankster's Paradise.
But in Prankster's Paradise, he sees Zemnis again, and he's like, "You can't be here. You're dead."
This is why I'm okay. I'm okay with them making Sora a little dumber in Dream Drop because it is so funny. It is so funny.
Or like,
Hey, no one ever claimed that Sora was smart, alright? No one ever said that.
yeah. And if you haven't watched the Buns video,
Oh gosh, yeah.
the DDD for Beginners. That's good, and it has a montage of all the times Sora's like, huh? What? That doesn't make sense. What are you talking about?
to be fair, having followed the Kingdom Hearts franchise for the entire time, I sympathize with that feel.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
Sora, honey, none of it makes sense.
Hearts is lore, but the whole game, Sora's just like, duh, what?
Sora, you have a giant key, and
Sora-
you don't even use the sharp end of it as the weapon. Just
See, no. I like to think of it on a more meta scale, is that Sora is all the players. Sora in Dream Drop Distance is the representation of all the players who will have gone from only playing Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, and then will be playing Kingdom Hearts 3, and they didn't play any of the other games. And they're gonna be like, oh, what? What's going on?
I mean, I wasn't able to play most of them, but I watched Let's Plays, so I'm good.
Or, but yeah, like, I mean, Riku kind of falls for this too, in fairness, but like, look at this guy who looks like all the incarnations of Xehanort, and acts like all the incarnations of Xehanort.
Who is he?
Gee, I wonder who that is.
Okay, so I have a question talking about Dream Drop. Has anyone here played The World Ends With You?
Yes.
Yes.
I love
I
that
tried.
game.
Okay, I have not. Does it make any more sense if you played The World Ends With You? 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I would say so. Knowing who the characters are helps a lot.
Yeah, because like
Well,
that
that's
world
not, like-
made no sense to me. Like I could not follow it.
That game is brilliant, and I'm so happy it is getting a remaster on the Switch.
I'll have to buy it because I got it for.
I'll have to look out for it.
I got it for mobile. I bought it for mobile, and my phone.
Oh, the
doesn't have
mobile's
space.
not very good, I heard.
I mean, it was all right. I
Yeah?
just never played it, and my phone doesn't have space for that whole game on it. I play Union Cross. That takes up like half of my storage already.
Union Cross is a huge game. It takes up so much of my phone space.
It's like 2 gigs.
Like, if I have to know
Yeah.
stuff about Union Cross to understand Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm gonna be pissed.
I don't think so. I think anything that's relevant was back cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, back cover definitely covered most of it, but you know, it's.
Also,
I mean,
you
you're
have to
doing
get
a
like
whole- or they did a whole campaign in the game where if there were a bunch of things you could get like points for, and they're gonna do like a sort of random raffle drawing or something like that to put people's in-game names in KH3.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
One
cool.
thing, you know, like I like Union Cross. It's a fun game, but one thing I have to say is that the pacing is so painfully slow.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, it takes, I want to say 300 some of the in-game quests before you get any substantial plot.
Yep, it's bad.
And it's like, guys,
Can't
really?
move us along.
You go back. It was
You
like
spend
an in-joke.
You spend so much time just running around doing nothing much productive.
Yeah, like it was an in-joke with my friends for a while that fucking dwarf woodlands. You never leave. You're just back there again and again and again.
You do spend a lot of time in the dwarf woodlands. You're right.
Yeah, dwarf woodlands and Agrabah are the two worst. You're in there all the time.
Oh man, and Agrabah is
Nothing
someplace we've
interesting.
been to so many times in the Kingdom Hearts series already.
Yeah, and I mean, like, not to dunk on Union Cross or anything.
No, it's a fun game, but
Yeah, but you're just reenacting the plots of the movies, basically.
Yeah, it's like
you're just kind of sticking a self-insert OC from Kingdom Hearts in there.
well, to be fair, it's not so much the case in Agrabah, although in Agrabah it has the least amount of like anything resembling plot.
Actually, no, I'm pretty sure that's basically the same.
No, like I'm playing
I mean,
through
I
right now.
haven't actually, so shocking, but you basically do kind of do the movie plot.
No, you don't do the plot in Agrabah at all. Like in Alice in Wonderland you do it, and in Seven Dwarfs you do it, but not in Agrabah.
Fair enough. I shouldn't be talking out my ass when I haven't seen Aladdin.
man,
I actually haven't seen a lot of Disney movies, you'd be surprised.
fix that. Anyway,
Yeah.
I really hope that Alice in Wonderland comes back in Kingdom Hearts 3 because there's so much more people could do with it. Like, with the better engine and the better world design. There's so much more you
Please
could do
don't
in
put it in
Wonderland
a
than you get
box.
to.
It drives me nuts. Please, the skybox joke is not funny. Don't bring that back.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, talking about Union Cross.
That, I mean, but I mean, look at what they
Alice
did
in Wonderland
with,
skybox.
Yeah, but look at what they did with Olympic. I forget
Olympus
their
Coliseum.
names. Olympus Coliseum, yes.
It just gets bigger every time you go back.
Yeah, but like for the most of the games, it's just like a couple of square arenas that you use to fight in almost exclusively. Like in
I like the Underworld in 2.
and that was nice.
Yeah, the Underworld in 2 is really cool.
I like actually getting a Final Fantasy party member.
Ah, Oren!
That was good. Oren is a good boy.
The best one.
Oren is so valid.
Except for the part where they're talking about him being a bad guy.
False. Wrong.
Can anyone
Incorrect.
explain what their thought process was there? Like, what the hell is Hades talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played Final Fantasy X, and I'm like,
Excuse you?
Oren is dad.
See,
Oren
the
is
thing
my
with all the
dad.
Final Fantasy characters is that their inclusion is part of why the inclusion of the World Ends With You characters frustrates me so much, is because I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy games except for 7, and I can follow the plots with the Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts just fine, but I
that's because
cannot make
Nomura
any
hasn't played
sense of the
either.
stuff in the World Ends With You.
Yeah, The World Ends With You definitely assumes that you've played that game, but yet also doesn't want to assume that you've played that game, because that is a game that you want to play as spoilers-free as possible. Because there is a lot of boom, we just dropped that plot twist on you, and like that happens like 5 or 6 times in the game, so that's why it's confusing in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is like showing you the bare bones of these characters at the beginning of their arcs because they don't want to spoil The World Ends With You.
Yeah,
Ah.
I think,
Oh, Lainey, you're being cute.
Final Fantasy's characters don't, like, they're almost alternate universe versions of themselves. Like, their character isn't super duper related to their games, except for, like, Cloud.
And Cloud has the least relevance to what's going on in Kingdom Hearts, to be
He
honest.
just kinda has his angry bit with Sephiroth.
He's there because he's a fan favorite, and that's it.
Yeah.
They include him to be Cloud, but like Squall, Leon, has like nothing to do with himself. Like Squall was like
Yeah, he's basically been
college
reinvented to
student.
be a Kingdom Hearts character.
Yeah.
Squall
Well,
was
we're
like,
never gonna see any characters before 6 outside of Setzer. So I feel bad for anyone who's like a super huge fan of the early ones.
I want more Final Fantasy VIII toys, please.
Talking about Final Fantasy characters and not being familiar with that franchise too much, I thought Vivi was a Heartless at first.
Same!
Right, he
Because I
looks
had
like
very
one.
little Final Fantasy knowledge too. I thought Vivi was a Heartless.
Vivi's
I thought it was like a Nocturne or something.
I was so confused. I was like, there's a Heartless there. Why is nobody acknowledging this? What the heck?
Yeah.
He does.
No, I really hope that in Kingdom Hearts 3 we get to see the boy band. I want my Final Fantasy 15 boy band to be in
Oh.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm like the only person who really, really, really liked Final Fantasy VIII in the whole world. Final Fantasy VIII was my shit. And there's one. I mean, there's only a couple of characters that they could bring in from 8. They've already kind of included the big mains and a couple of odd side character choices. I mean, I guess I shouldn't call it odd because Cypher's little gang is, you know, his little gang. They included them to be Cypher's cronies, and that's fine. But they don't have Zell, and they don't. And they don't have Irvine. And Irvine is the best boy. And I wish they would put him. He's the best.
Okay, so quick question. Haterpence and Olette, are they from Final Fantasy or are they
They
Kingdom
are
Hearts?
original Kingdom Hearts
They're
characters.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I would just want to make sure.
And they get sick new outfits.
Yes, they do!
I love their edgy goth outfits. It's beautiful.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It's
Exciting.
a very brief.
I haven't seen
moment
it
of
either.
them.
Do their outfits also have checks?
Yes.
Because everybody has checks in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Nomura's
We got rid of the belts,
new
now it's
favorite
checks.
So
design.
far, I still feel like my Lee design could be canon.
Are you talking to Neil? Cause
Oh, yeah, I said that so far I feel like my Lee design could be canon that I did
Oh yeah.
probably a few months
I didn't
ago.
see this.
Here, where is he? We'll find him really quick. Lee!
Plaid is everyone now. Everyone wears plaid.
There he is.
Kyrie is the only one spared from plaid.
I think I'm the only one here who hasn't played Kingdom Hearts, and I feel really out of place.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
Kingdom
see, you just
Hearts,
need to
I'm
fix
just
that.
watching Tennille play it.
There's no better time to start.
Oh,
you're not
what?
alone. Also, hi. I've been here for like 10 minutes.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Like, let's
Oh
just
yeah, that could
put it on.
definitely fit.
Yeah, I tried to, like, as soon as the first few designs came out, I'm like, alright, Plaid's the theme, go. Because I'm like, I want to see Lee in a new outfit that's not an organization cloak.
Yep, plaid.
I really like the little
The
bits
only thing
around the
only
shoulder.
thing that could make it more canon is if he had like is if he had kind of like a collar What's the word? I can't words today. Lapel
I wish
or
I could
something
help
like
you.
that?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know that thing. The thing that both Sora and Riku have as part of their outfits this time on their shirts. I can't words today. Names and words are escaping me forever.
Although, talking about characters' outfits, one thing that I have done ever since I finished playing the Dream Drop Distance is I have noticed whenever there is an X shape on a character's outfit.
Are you like,
is that relevant?
Illuminati
It's super
confirmed.
wild how they just kind of...
When they dropped that bombshell in the game, like, I was so in the game. I know some people think that that plot twist is stupid, but I'm like, ah!
It's like so bad.
What?
Like,
Is it to me?
hold up.
I'm not actually spoiling anything. I just was saying that when they revealed something, I was like,
Okay,
yeah.
That's a good plot. Yeah.
Yeah, Sean and I are like making motions at each other.
Oh, also, God, here, I'm gonna link a video, and, you know, if you haven't seen Just a Pancake
It's an awesome
videos,
plot
they're
twist,
good.
and so many things make so much more sense. You're just like, oh. Okay, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I gotta find it. Why is it always the one person I'm looking for that I can't find in my long list of subs? There he is. Okay.
Let's see. What other spoilery content can we talk about?
Yeah, let's just spoil all of Kingdom Hearts.
How about that Wings of Fire?
Oh gosh. Okay, wait, no. I'm gonna go back to Kingdom Hearts for a little bit.
Alright.
Does anybody here like 10-2?
Yeah, kinda. A little bit.
Final Fantasy?
10-2?
Like, yeah, obviously it wasn't a fantastic game, but, you know, I liked the outfits.
Okay. I just don't know how to feel about that game. I love Yuna. Like, I love her. She's another person I would die for.
There's a video to watch, in general.
And the way they changed her in 10-2, I'm just like, But then, like, I kind of grew on it, because I'm like, okay, I understand what they're going for, like, what they're saying about society and stuff, but So when Yuna and the other girls show up in Kingdom Hearts 2, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like this was meant to be a different game, but there wasn't enough plot to make it an entire game, so they just made it a spin-off of 10 instead.
Right.
Because none of these characters feel like the characters that they are in 10, but not for character development reasons.
Yeah.
Like, even Riku feels, Riku with 2 Ks, feels a
Riku
little
the
bit
girl.
more ditzy than she was in 10.
Yeah.
Where, like, yeah, in 10, she's, you know, the Genki girl of the group, but she also has some legitimate problems, and there's racism and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I like
Winnie, don't
10.
hold the mic.
10
Come
10's a
back over
good
here.
game.
Give you hugs. Good cat. Alright.
You're free. My cat hates hugs, but also she likes them.
Every cat ever.
Wow, I love you so much. Wow, I hate you so much.
Yeah, Mama's he's been a real good boy today, and then he started biting my arm.
Aw. Well, it was nice while it lasted.
Yeah.
It was the nicest he's ever been in like 6 years.
You've waited so long. Well,
We
tell
made
me,
progress.
was it worth it?
I mean, I'd say no, but it's also a cat, so I mean, I kind of have to say yes.
That's the correct answer.
Otherwise, I'm gonna go back in the house and it's gonna kill me.
Oh, the screen stopped again. Gotta reload.
Oof. Someone in the chat just yelled, "Where is Sean?"
He is off to the side of me. You eating something? What are you eating? Oh, okay. He's
I'm
eating
sorry,
my
like
supper.
every time I hear that name now, all I can think of is that one. God, what is that game?
What?
It's not Dead Rising.
Oh,
There's like-
Heavy Rain.
Yeah, Heavy Rain.
Sean!
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 Like, if we ever hang out in real life, just prepare for that.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I don't do it, Ray's going to.
I wrote almost an entire page of a story, except for it's all taking place in the middle because I don't know how to start stories.
I mean, that's where you start them, though.
In the middle, yeah. It's like the most random scene that has, like, that doesn't really set up the world. It's just a scene. And I don't know why I
Sometimes
chose
you
to
gotta
start
tackle it in weird ways.
Yeah. You don't have to write it in order anyway. Like,
yeah.
The best thing I ever learned about writing was that I don't have to go in order. I can just write what I want to, and then go back and fill in the other parts.
See, I need to remember that when I'd actually get stuff done, because I'm like, I've got to start at the beginning. It's like, no, just write things.
Generally speaking, you don't want to start with world building, because we need a reason to care about the world, and characters are how you get your reader to care. So you want to start with one character moment, and then build out from there.
I just nodded and realized that none of you guys could see me.
Eventually, I'll actually have like legitimate writing classes on our channel whenever I get around to it.
Do it. Oh! Speaking of things, I have a project to announce to you guys.
Oh?
Ooh.
So I wanted to figure out another project that I could do on my channel that...
Wait a second, Tennille, how many projects do you have already?
a lot. But I wanted to figure out another project that could be posted like once a week, like Animation Pilgrimage, but was more art focused. Because I know that Animation Pilgrimage, like, isn't. But I wanted a project that was weekly, that was art focused. So, we're going to start a new project called Drawing a Blank. And
oh, that's funny.
And in the project, each video will be a speed paint of me drawing a thing. It'll probably mostly be characters, but along with the speed paint, it will also be me talking about like character design, or why I chose how to draw the character this way, or talking about like an artist's style if I'm trying to emulate another artist's style, or just different art tips.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah,
That sounds cool. I'm totally
Please
excited
don't
for that.
strain yourself.
Yeah. You have like 30 other projects. Just make sure to breathe in between doing all those things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start this one probably until next month, or maybe even July, so it's gonna be a little bit. Just because, you know, like, I've got quite a few things I want to get done before we move, and we're trying to, like, we're trying to get stuff set up so that, you know, when we move, we've got things scheduled to upload on time, and all that, so you guys aren't missing anything. And then we've got to move, and then we've got my sister-in-law's wedding. That's at the end of June.
Ooh,
so a lot of stuff
exciting.
going on, like, in the next few months. But I'm thinking July is when we'll be starting that. Or I'll be starting that.
I so greatly admire your consistency. I can't even get out a video a week anymore.
It's really hard to get into that schedule. And just, like, figuring out how much you can do. Like, that's the hardest part, is figuring out how much you can actually do in a time, and sticking with that schedule.
My problem is that so much of my work isn't anything anyone can see because I'm writing a book, and it's like I can't really put that on YouTube. It would be very, very boring. Huh?
Audiobooks?
I mean, eventually I'd like to do a Kickstarter project to get our books into audio, but that requires a whole different kind of scripting.
Yeah.
And I'd have to pay the voice actors, and I'm currently not paying our voice actors enough, honestly, so...
May I ask what the books are about?
Oh... I would love to answer that, but I would go on for about an hour.
Oh, okay.
Well, so tell them genre and
in the thing.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So I have a couple different blogs, so I'm just gonna drop the
links.
Yeah.
I did it again. Why did I nod? Oh. To stop interacting with actual people.
But yeah, Tennille's drawn a few of the characters from it. So, anyone who's blue is from that series.
Eureka and Azzy and etc., isn't it?
Yeah. Their names are so hard. Why did I make them that way?
You love pain.
Because I had to go out on a limb and create a whole other language, and
that reminds me of one time me and Apollo were on a call, and basically she's like, "Hey, Star, I'm gonna shoot you the name of a bunch of my cat characters." I'm like, "No, please. You're very hard, Apollo. Okay."
They're all like Old Norse inspired names, so it's like, oh, good luck, buddies.
Good luck.
Nobody's gonna know how to pronounce anything. It's great.
It's so terrible, though.
I can't wait for all the mispronunciations that I caused.
Oh, that'll be wonderful.
They don't have like, I guess with. I'm not a linguistics person, so this is a terrible idea, but I guess what's called a compound syllable, so like SH, CH, TH, like those sounds, they do not have. So if you see like an SH, you pronounce that H. And trying to figure that out is going to be an absolute nightmare for everybody, and I'm sorry.
You should have one of those things where it's like how you pronounce it and like the parentheses and yeah.
You know, honestly, I might have one of those in the back.
Yeah, you probably with stories with complicated names, I've seen that a lot.
Oh, and I mean, readers love that stuff, man.
I mean, eventually there's going to be a full
half the reasons Warriors is as popular as it is because it's got those allegiances and the map in front of the books. Like, we can't even lie to ourselves. Like, that's half the reason why we read these books.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, so cool. Yes.
It was one of those things when I picked up River of Fire and I saw the allegiances, I feel like I got my fix. I was like, oh yes, allegiances!
But then you see ThunderClan and you're like, it's too much.
Oh god, why? Why am I still reading these cat books?
That's a mood. Except for me, it's like, why do I keep writing these cat books? Why are all my books about cats? Crying for help.
Cats are great.
Cats are great, but like, I'm writing my first human story that isn't a collaborative project with someone else. Like, what? It's taken me like 12 years, but I'm finally. Wait, I am. It's taken me like 6 years, but I'm finally writing a story that isn't about animals. I mean, wait. Humans are right.
Half my stories are about animals. I do have ones with humans, but like, I don't spend as much time on them as I do my candy-colored horses and angry Norse cats.
Yeah,
I mean, just how can you not?
Call, you're always talking
about cats.
Murder cats or your or your ponies or something, and I'm like,
Orion is my son, and I love him, so he will never leave. He's great, but also awful. Is that fantastic? Middle ground of asshole and great.
Son's just tired. Did everyone just?
No, I'm still here.
No, we're still here.
I'm still here.
Ah, crap. Now I'm thinking about the book, and I'm just like... Because I just wrote, like, a really cute part, and I'm like, oh, it's so cute. I'm gonna die. So much of the book is just, like, sad, bad things happening, and then it's a few moments of really cute stuff.
Oh no, that sounds amazing.
Like, any moment where Azzy actually gets to act like a kid is just fantastic.
Aww.
And, like, they finally got Llewellyn into the group, and he's just, like, big brothering all over the place.
Aww.
Yeah. I love my giant blue people. Unfortunately, I also now hate James Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, when I saw that trailer, I was so mad.
You're like, blue people was my thing, Cameron.
I was like, okay, yeah, no idea is original, I accept this, but I figured that maybe it would take another decade or two for this to be done again.
Nope.
Nope. Though, like, not gonna lie, the Avatar world at Disney World, I would die. Like, that looks awesome.
Oh yeah, the Pandora.
Yeah, that looks so cool. Like, I like that VR ride. I'm like, oh man. On principle, I must hate you, but this sounds so cool.
There we go.
That's cute.
It is 8:30 my time, and I have work tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna stop. Because
Nice.
I need time to wind down before I go to bed.
That's
Good looking bunch of draws.
So I will save these references that you guys gave me for next time. So if I can get to them next time. Oh, speaking of next time, I've already told you guys some of my hectic schedule. I think the next Patreon stream we're actually gonna do in like 2 weeks. I think
It's kind of like a part 2 for me.
Yeah, kind of. So because I think the beginning of June is going to be when we're moving, I'm gonna plan on us doing the next Patreon stream either the 26th or the 27th. And then whenever we finish moving, we'll figure out what we'll do in June. So we'll have another one in a couple weeks from now. Oh yay! Tess got to see hers. Good. Alright, yeah. So with that, the stream is going to end. I'll say goodbye, chat. Goodbye, chat.
Bye.
Bye, chat.
Okay.